So you want to start a Pokemon card company? Well, you're probably a lot like me. You sat down and you watched a bunch of videos from Pokémon, RNG Games, Catch 'em All Collectibles, all these people that are well established in the business and thought, I want to do that. So you sit down, you fire up your computer and you log into TCGPlayer and set up a seller account. You log into eBay and set up a seller account there. You start listing cards, whether it be from your personal collection, cards you bought from someone else, maybe cards you pulled from packs that you didn't want to keep, and you're getting sales and you're feeling great. This is an endorphin rush like nothing else. And you just want to keep going. It's just gonna be free money forever. This bull market will never die, will never die, and it's gonna be the best thing in your life. Well, that might be a bit of a mistake to think. Today, I want to go over with you a few of the mistakes that I or some of the people that I've been in communication with that have also started businesses have made in the early stages or even in some of the later stages of their business. My hope is in this that you'll be able to catch on to these things before it happens to you. And that's not to say you won't make mistakes of your own. You will make plenty of mistakes. I will continue to make mistakes because that is part of growing a business. That's part of growing in general. You learn from the mistakes and you grow from them and you hope to avoid them next time. And then you run into other mistakes, you grow from them. It's a constant breaking and rebuilding process, and that's completely fine. So let's go ahead and jump into the first mistake, which is expecting this to be easy money forever. This is not an infinite money glitch. Pokemon cards and TCGs in general are a hard business to be in. Obviously, I myself have not been in it for too long, but I've had a lot of conversations with people that have been in the business for a long time. Not to mention, I have watched those videos from Brian and Pokémon, from Rob at RNG Games, and seen what they've had to go through and the grind they've had to put in to get to where they are. We are in a bull market. Product is hard to get. Sealed is hard to get. Japanese is hard to get. The prices on 151 in Japanese, for example, are insane. It's crazy. And it's gonna be hard to get product in general, English or Japanese, or even Korean to some degree. The market is constantly changing. There are all these different market cycles that everything goes through. Right now, Pokemon is in a boom, but eventually, whether it be tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now, 2030, there's going to be a dip. There's going to be a time where we are in a bear market, and it is not going to be as easy to just sell everything. Not every single thing is going to be flying off the shelves. You're not going to see every Shrouded Fable-esque set selling out like crazy and people fighting over it. You're going to see the big sets still do well, but you're also going to see a lot of sets that don't perform as well. We saw this a bit with 2016, where we saw Pokemon kind of chugging along, doing its normal growth cycle, slow and steady. Boom, Pokemon Go comes out and everybody gets back into the game because everybody loves it. And then it comes back down and continues chugging along at its normal growth pattern. And then 2020, where, 2020 happened and we saw a big boom. And a lot of vintage stuff was taking off, a lot of celebrities and people were getting into it and kind of showing it off and making this big buzz around it. Plus, with stimulus checks and other things that came through, we were seeing a lot of influx of cash for people that wanted to spend it on something fun because we were all miserable. 2020, 2021, big boom, back down, continuing on its normal growth cycle. And then 2024 happened, we're chugging along at a normal, nice rate, and then boom, big old massive boom. We're somewhere in this boom. I don't know where. We may be near the peak. We may be not close to the peak. We have no clue. But we do know that this is not going to last. We have years of evidence that it's not going to last. So if you build your business around this continuing, you are at risk of losing a lot of money and losing your business overall, because this is not going to be sustainable. So for me, I'm not saying in one specific thing and saying, I'm just going to make money like this forever. I'm looking at every opportunity in the market that I can find, and I'm working. It is a grind. I am putting in the hours to find good collections at a decent rate where I can make good money off of them via selling in person, whatnot, all these different avenues, eBay, TCGPlayer, your normal avenues. I'm getting collections to sell there and make a profit. I'm finding cards that I think are worth grading and flipping and making profit over there. That is a better profit overall, but you're having to wait for PSA or tag or whoever you grade through to get your cards back, which is becoming a longer and longer process. So I'm looking at, well, I'm gonna get as many collections as I can find. People are trying to sell off their collection because they're worried that they're gonna sell it too late and they wanna get as much as they can. You can find good deals if you work and negotiate with people. You can find profitable deals for both sides. I'll take those collections, I'll look through them, I'll find anything that I think is worth grading or worth holding on to, and then I will sell the rest on TCGPlayer or Whatnot, or whatever platform you want to use. And then I'll move that money and I'll put it into the next collection. Or if I see a good opportunity on Japanese product where maybe certain sets I like came down a little bit, I'll grab some of that. I'll just look for every opportunity. You have to put in so many hours to make this work. And that's not to scare you off. I think that it is worth it if you do it, and if you do it well, and if you do it diligently. You can make money, you can make this, but it's not going to be easy, and it will not be easy money forever. So you have to be prepared for that, and you cannot go into this with that mindset, or you are going to have a really, really tough time. If you take anything from this video, be adaptable. If you want to build a business in the niche, you have to adjust to what the market is saying. You have to adjust to what your opportunities are, and you have to take them. I know it's going to be a while before I can take profit from this business, and I'm completely fine with that because I know that is going to be worth growing this thing and being adaptable and being patient. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes sense. And I know it's kind of a little bit of tough love, but trust me, I've had to say this to myself constantly to make sure that I'm staying in that mindset, staying adaptable, and not expecting too much too quickly. Let's move on to mistake number 2, which is being one-dimensional. If you sit back and say, I'm just going to sell cards and that's it, I don't need to build a customer base, I'm just going to sell cards in TCGPlayer and eBay forever. You can do that if you just want to be a side hobby where you make a little bit of money. But if you're like me, where you want to build this business brick by brick, blood, sweat, and tears, which is, what it takes. I know I don't want it to sound scary, but it's a lot of work. And I don't want anyone to not think this is going to be a lot of work. If you want to build something like that, you need to be out there, finding avenues, finding different things that you can be doing. Also, I'm going to say it, everyone that you watch is probably going to say to some degree, you should be making content. Look, trust me, I totally get being anxious and being camera shy. I am. It is so hard for me to film these videos a lot of times, but it is important for your business to be able to put a face to the name in some capacity. And that doesn't mean you have to film long form videos like this. It could be as simple as whenever you decide that you're going to rip some packs, you just film it with your phone and you post it on Instagram or you post it on Shorts and you just get it out there. Do a little voiceover, maybe do a little fun sound effects, just make it somewhat interesting, maybe tell a little bit of a story behind it. It could be something in long form that's not, talking about business stuff and market stuff. It could be discussing different cards that you really like. It could be discussing different rumors about different sets that are coming out or just news in general. It could be discussing the games and stuff, as long as it's inside the niche. Because as people build that trust with you and build that rapport with you, they're going to see you as someone that they want to be around, they want to follow, and potentially, and hopefully, would want to buy from because they trust you. Right now, it is incredibly hard to get product, but it's not hard to post a video on a YouTube channel. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Trust me, my first video was not perfect by any means, but there are a lot of things that I'm learning from that. And you just kind of get used to doing it. You learn from it. And again, you make those mistakes, you grow, you figure it out, and you build on it. So whatever you decide to post, whatever content you decide to post, wherever you decide to post it, just do something with it. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be super professional, but if you just find something you can do, you can build a little bit of a following. Right now, people are hungry for Pokemon content. There are so many channels out there that are growing, that are small or started small, that are blowing up because people just are starving for that content, for anything Pokemon, because it's hard to get product. It's such a crazy boom, and we want to learn and we want to see what's happening and we want to kind of experience the entire craze that's going on. And for a lot of people, that is consuming YouTube videos. Eventually you'll learn, you'll get better, and you'll be able to grow it and use it as the awesome little community building tool and hopefully business building tool it is. Which coincidentally, and I did not mean for that to be a segue, but Scripting Dakota is really good at this. That moves us into the third mistake, which is thinking you are alone in all of this. Don't look at this as a you versus them, they're the enemy, I need to succeed because if they succeed, I don't succeed. Don't look at that mentality. You're gonna miss out on so many amazing people that can help you, that can be resources for you, that can be encouragement for you. I know for me, I've already met an incredible amount of people that have been so helpful and encouraging and wonderful in this community. And that's the whole point, if we're not making community, then we're just building a business. And if you're just building a business, you're missing out on half the fun of being in this hobby. Yeah, you'll make money, but the connections are worth their weight in gold, in my opinion. If I had to choose between making a bunch of money and making a bunch of friends in this community, I'm picking the friends every time. I'll make money however I make money, whether it be this or another job, but these connections and these people that I'm with are always going to be super great resources and encouragements to me. So don't isolate yourself. Reach out to some people, find some connections, use different YouTubers Discords. I found people through those. I found people through business connections. I found people through Instagram. Just connect with them in whatever way you can and grow together. We all grow together. We can all succeed in this industry. This is a market that is not going to go anywhere. It's going to continue to grow, though at a marginal normal rate most of the time, and we can all do well in it. So don't isolate. And there you go. Those are some mistakes that I or a lot of people have made, and I hope you can learn from them. I really think these are things that you can take to heart. I know they're a lot more like mental and a lot more approach based, but I think that's a huge thing that you have to include when you're building a business. The mindset, the things that you think through, the plans you make, the people you connect with, the work you do, and the mindset of grinding through this that you use, that's going to help you succeed more than anything else, more than any amount of easy money in this industry is going to help you, because it won't always be there, but your mindset can always be there. That grinding mentality can always be there. Also, thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I didn't expect that video to do that well. And trust me, like my perfectionist brain has gone back through that video and been like, oh, I wish I'd said that better. Oh, I wish I made that point better. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Or, oh, I wish I'd said that way. I went through that whole video because and it's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that if you're a content creator. Learn from your mistakes, but like, don't sit there and analyze into your videos. It's pain and it's really bad for my brain. But again, thank you guys so much. The support in this community is amazing. I really can't believe it. I hope to continue to be able to help you guys out as you kind of take the same journey as I do. I will have my website up relatively soon. I'll be making a community post in YouTube once that is up. I'll also be posting on my Instagram and my TikTok, so you can also follow those. Links are in the description. You can also check out my shops, eBay, TCGPlayer. I still have cards up there right now, even though eBay is dying down a little bit right now because I am starting to hold some of those cards to move to the website. It'll also have Japanese sealed, which right now I'm trying to wait for the Japanese market to kind of cool down a little bit. I'm hoping it'll just cool down a touch so I can grab some of these sets that I really think are really good values and put them up on the website to hopefully get you guys a good price. Be on the lookout for that. As always, I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.